on the road. Ain't no just tonight. Look at me, this is my life. Follow me, this is showtime. What's up, guys? Welcome to the fastest rising wrestling podcast, the Tucker Chin Podcast, and today we have a huge episode. First, I'm going to bring in my co-host, as usual, my man Julian.
Hi.
And our big guest this week, the answer to your prayers and everyone's prayers, Miss Ariela Nyx.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Good. Thank you for coming on.
Oh no, thank you for having me. Thank you.
No problem. So let's get right into questions if that's cool with you.
Sounds good.
So when did you decide you wanted to be a wrestler?
It was a couple of years ago. I was always a fan, but I didn't really want to wrestle. Like I said, until a few years ago, I started going to indie shows, and that's where I started getting the itch, you could say, to actually become a wrestler.
Okay. Who were your favorite wrestlers growing up?
Shawn Michaels, Ultimate Warrior, Sensational Sherry, Macho Man, Bret Hart, name a few.
Yeah, that's a solid. Roddy Piper?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
He was great.
I got my top two of all time are Benoit and Guerrero. Not gonna lie, amazing.
Nice.
Yeah,
they were both so good.
Yeah.
It's it's hard to name just a couple. Everybody was so good at that time. So
definitely. Julian, you want to ask the question?
Oh, the question.
Yes,
okay.
The question.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
There's a bunch of different wrestling maneuvers and finishers. I'm sure we all know. There's this certain wrestling move that is known as the worst wrestling move of all time. I'm curious, what is your opinion on the overdrive?
I don't know. Why do you guys say it's the worst?
Hey, that's his opinion. I'm if it does the job, it does the job. If it gets you the win.
Yeah, if it gets you the win, you can't say it's bad.
Come on, Julian. Oh man.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. It's. I mean, it doesn't look like in my opinion, a regular suplex is more. That does more damage than the overdrive does.
So what got you into wrestling?
I grew up watching with my dad when I was 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
So something we always enjoyed together, and I just loved it from when I was a kid.
Okay. So what year did you start watching? The 80s or the 90s?
I started 89, 90.
Oh, perfect. That was right before it got bad.
I'm sorry?
93, 94, that's when it 95 and 96. That's my bad. Don't hate on me.
I was about to say, 93 was when Monday Night Raw was created. Thank you very much.
Yep. I fucked up there. That was my bad. So, if you could change anything about the wrestling industry, what would it be?
Ooh, that's hard. I would say, I guess, there's it's been going around lately, there's a lot of crappy people in the business, so I would try to get rid of most of those people.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Julian, if you got any questions, man, just jump right in.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about what I think they should change in the wrestling industry.
Go for it. Me, sure. Yeah.
Go for it.
Remember this? It's a conversation, not an interview.
Yeah, go for it. Conversation.
That's our motto here. Pretty stupid motto, but that's all we got for now. For me, I guess one of the big things about the wrestling industry is just especially with WWE, the women's division, I feel it shouldn't really be a separate division. I feel all the superstars are equal. It's it's the women's division match. It's no, let the women be a part of be more, I guess, respected. in my opinion.
I agree with that.
Yeah. No, I thought you meant like intergender wrestling.
Oh.
Is that
I
what
mean,
you
that
meant?
would be an interesting like thing if WWE were to do it. I know a bunch of independent wrestling shows.
Yeah, Creative Pro does it.
Yeah, Creative Pro does that sometimes, but
Yeah. Well, I think that they kayfabe needs to be more alive. I mean, look at MJF. Look at Orange Cassidy. You never see them like as
Out of
themselves.
character.
Yeah. So like something more like that, like with wrestlers, that would be cool, definitely.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Kayfabe was fun back in the day.
yeah, that's not the case anymore.
Nope. Because no one has balls these days, so they can't handle the characters.
Unless you're,
Go for it. My bad.
I said unless you're MJF and Orange Cassidy, your characters.
Definitely, man. So, what is your favorite wrestling moment or event of all time? You can name a few if you want of each.
I gotta think about that. Let's see. I don't know. That's hard. Like, I don't know. I guess one of my favorite moments was like WrestleMania when it was like Shawn versus Brett, because that's one of my all-time favorite matches. Yeah. So I'll have to go with that, as a first thought response.
Yeah.
It's hard though. It's like there's a lot of memories. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. An event. Pay-per-view.
I guess for me personally, Survivor Series '96, because that was like the first one I went to live, and that's when The Rock made his debut. So being there for that moment and stuff. So that would be personally one of my favorites, just because I got to experience it live.
Where was that? MSG?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
God, remember that horrible outfit The Rock had when he made his
the blue one?
Yeah, with the curly hair, man.
Oh.
His
Come on,
shoulder
Rock.
buster. That was right before The Rock bought him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, dream matches. Who would you like to face?
Oh, I have so many.
Give us a list. Let's
okay.
see this.
Ultimate dream opponent would be Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Some others would be Charlotte, Candice LeRae, Jordan Grace, Shazza McKenzie. So many. I'm trying to think. Like now, of course, I'm drawing blanks, but those would be like my top 5 at least.
You versus Daniel Bryan would be good. That would be a really interesting match.
I would. Maybe one day if he ever goes back to the Indies.
Or you get signed to WWE.
Imagine we'll be the first intergender match in this,
We'll make it happen. So, do you get anxiety in front of a crowd, or when you first started wrestling, did you ever get anxiety, like, behind the curtain when you come out in front of people?
Always, yeah. I always get, like, a good nervous, It's like, a little anxious, excited, a mix of emotions, but I'm always, like, a good nervous going out and just want everything to go well and want the crowd to be entertained.
Yeah. So how is it, teaming with that, that guy, Johnny Collins?
That guy?
Yeah. Hopefully he's not watching.
It's my boo. No, he's a great dude. I love teaming with him. So we make a great team and look forward to teaming him with him once this quarantine stuff is over.
He's hilarious, that Johnny. He's
a great dude.
Yeah, definitely. Not to the people, but So, if you had 2 contracts in front of you, AEW, WWE, what would you choose? Like, what company?
Honestly, it really would just depend on the contract. I guess what they offer. Both companies have like their pros and cons, so I can't really say I don't really have a preference which one just like off the bat. But I guess it depends on who offers more money type of thing, or not necessarily money, but just what the contract entails.
Yeah. Do you who do you think is doing well with it? Do you still watch weekly?
Yeah.
Who do you think is doing better without the crowd?
I I kind of like AEW a little bit better just because they have like the other wrestlers and they're just being silly and stuff. So like it helps to like feed off that a little bit. But I think WWE's done a good job. That like, you know, certain wrestlers, certain matches, you kind of forget that there's no crowd. And then half the time, some of the crowds, you know, they always just chanting like ridiculous things that ruin the match anyway. So, you know, I'm not too against not having a crowd at the same time.
Yeah. Go for it.
I remember this one time at like an indie event. Like someone was outside the ring and the ref was counting. He was like 1, and the crowd would chant 2, trying to make a mess up.
Oh God.
Yeah, indie crowds could be something sometimes. I've been a part of a few. They're something to say the least. Do you have favorite matches you wrestled?
One of my favorite matches, we talked about Johnny earlier, when I teamed up with him against VSK and Chris Statlander. That was definitely one of my favorite matches. You know, you wrestle somebody so good, they bring the best out of you.
Yeah.
I had a really good match with Savannah Stone down in DC. Trisha Dora, really liked working her a lot. Recently wrestled Effie and Nick Iggy, liked that match a lot too. So.
What cap show was that intergender match with VSK and Chris?
It was on Cap TV. It wasn't actually at a live show.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Where did you first? We'll do that one. Where did you first train? Was Creative Pro the first place?
No, I actually originally started with House of Glory a few years ago.
Okay. I got a friend that trained at House of Glory. I think he trained there. Yeah, Mike Hendricks. He's newer. He's still in training, but he's getting there definitely.
Oh yeah, our buddy.
Yeah, I think he went to House of Glory before. Yeah, but he's at BWF, Bronx Wrestling Federation. So, do you have any hobbies outside of wrestling?
Sorry, my connection's breaking up a little bit. What did you say? I'm sorry.
It's all good. Any hobbies outside of wrestling?
Not as like lately. I've been focusing on the wrestling, so I haven't been able. You know, I don't do as much as I used to, but you know, I like to travel, things like that, which you know you get to do sometimes with wrestling, and you know, I always enjoyed other sports too. Like I never really played for a team, but I do enjoy other sports and stuff like basketball, baseball, football.
Yeah,
you know, I grew up watching those as well.
Yeah, Julian, you got any questions? I'll stop by you every few questions.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, one thing about this podcast, I don't say much until it's like an interesting conversation, or whenever Mike talks.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you can ask a few questions. I'll shut up for once.
Yeah, you can tell the relationship is pretty interesting.
You guys balance each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're good co-hosts, I guess. Great, I forgot my question. Oh yeah, we all like best advice you've ever gotten from a wrestler or anybody. Like, what was the best advice you've ever gotten?
Just really not to give up. Like wrestling's not easy. Just, you know, keep trying. Like everybody messes up. I mentioned Daniel Bryan earlier when I first met him, and it was right before I had my first match ever. And he was like, "Don't worry, it's gonna suck, and that's fine because everybody's first match sucks." So I always think of that, and you know, you just got, you know, hearing that, you just got to keep going and not let anything get to you because it's, you know, it's not an easy business to be in.
Not at all.
No, it isn't. So how did you come up? Oh, my bad, Julian. I keep cutting you.
So much for letting me ask a couple questions.
Go for it.
I guess I was gonna try to add on to that, but like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of sacrifices when it comes to, you know, trying to get into the wrestling business and, you know, like, I guess making it. I guess somehow, if there's a lot of sacrifice that comes with that. Like, what sacrifices did you make? Like, did you have to make in order to make this work?
The biggest thing is you have to put a lot of time and dedication into it. You know, you go to training, you're supposed to go multiple times a hopefully, like I know with my job, sometimes I only can go maybe once a week. But then, if you're lucky enough to have shows every weekend, then your weekends are taken up. Like, you don't get to hang out with your friends and stuff like that. And, the more that you wrestle, the bigger that you get, the more that you travel, the less time that you get to spend with family and friends. So I would say that's the biggest sacrifice.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, especially like with these big promotions, like, I know not necessarily like nowadays because of quarantine and the virus and everything, but like, I guess like, of course, like a lot of these wrestlers are on the road, like almost like a good portion of the year, like they're on the road traveling to all these different places, and like leaving their families behind and a bunch of different stuff behind. So yeah, it's a tough job. Like I know that. I talk with a bunch of these different wrestlers, like not just like from the podcast, but like from like my area. Like I'm in St. Louis, and like some of these wrestlers have traveled. Like there's a wrestling promotion called MLW, and we had this one wrestler who's now at the WWE Performance Center. Well, I'm not sure about now, but yeah, it's like it's tough leaving your family behind and everything behind. It's a crazy business.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really is, and there's no off season. We're the only ones that don't have an off season, so
right.
It can be tough.
Yeah, Julian, you want me to go?
You talk now.
So, how did you come up with the name Ariela Nyx? There's always interesting stories behind the names. Or is that your actual name?
No, it's not my actual name.
Oh.
So I was trying to come up with a name. A friend of mine recommended looking up like Greek mythology.
Okay.
So when I did that, and that's where I came up with Nyx, the goddess of night. Like I liked what she stood for, like her characters, not character, but like she's, kind of dark. So I was like, okay, I kind of want that. And then one friend recommended the name Alana originally. And I was going to go with that, but then Lana and Rusev blew up, and I was like, that sounds too much like Lana. And I was like, no, I need something different, but I like an A name to sound with it. So I was looking up different names, and then I saw the name Ariela, and it meant Lioness of God. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And I was like, I haven't heard that name like on the indies at all, or in wrestling, I don't think. So I was like, going with that.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
Yes, Norse mythology. Like for any mythology or like history freak that I am, it's just like that's awesome. That like I never knew about the Ariela like what was it again? The what of God?
Lioness of God.
Lioness. That I don't remember them telling me that in school.
I mean, I know Ariel from the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Ew.
That's such a good movie. Come on, guy.
Good movie. It's just like that was a bad pun.
Yeah.
I hate dad jokes. So. Anyway.
Yeah. Keep on moving on. So, what promotions do you want to wrestle?
Rolling.
What?
Keep rolling.
Oh.
No. Anyway.
Oh, what promotions do you want to wrestle at that you haven't already?
All of them. No. If I had to choose a few, it would definitely be like Shine and Shimmer, Women's Wrestling Revolution under Beyond. I want to travel. I really want to get to the West Coast. I want to get international. So all the promotions.
How about UK?
Yes.
I think Japan would definitely work.
Yeah, I would love to wrestle in Japan too. I would say UK would be my biggest international goal, followed by Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely Stardom Pro Wrestling. That's like they're all women Japanese wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, their roster is so good.
So much good talent.
Yes.
So, did you have a plan B when you first started training? Like, just in case wrestling didn't work out?
Well, I have a full-time job. I work in TV, so I guess that is still my plan B if wrestling doesn't, if I don't get signed or something like that. So, I haven't quit my day job yet. So that is like my plan B, as you said.
You still work during quarantine?
Yep, I'm actually working from home, fortunately. So thank God.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. Do you prefer working as a heel or a babyface? I might know the answer.
A heel.
Oh, not even a thought. So, like, what you're against being a babyface, or is it like you're just better as a heel?
No, I just feel I'm a better heel. I've been working more face like this past year, and I do enjoy it too. So I don't mind being either, but I think heel is just a little more natural.
Yeah,
for me anyway.
You get the crowd like over as a heel. Like you just like,
Yep.
boo. Hey, I've been there. I've been at events
It's easier to make people hate you than like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, being an asshole in the wrestling business just seems so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, look at fucking MJF, man. Definitely. Do you have a favorite wrestling promotion? Indie promotion? Cap?
Besides, I would say Cap, of course, because that's my home, and they've been so good to me. If I had to choose somebody that I didn't train at, I would say Primetime Pro down in DC.
Nice.
They're really good, and like just for them to have like they've only had 5 or 6 shows, and they've sold out every show. Like their roster is so good, and like just to be a part of it is like amazing to me. And like once wrestling comes back, like I feel like they're going to be one of the top promotions in the country.
Hell yeah. What's yours, Mike?
My favorite wrestling promotion? Create a Pro.
Create a Pro?
Of
Nice.
course, all
Yeah.
day, every day.
Hell yeah.
I ain't not. They're my top. There's no one underneath them. So.
Yeah, that's why we get
what-
so many Create a Pro guys.
Yeah, they know me.
W. It's always been LW. You know, would they be considered like indie promotion? Because like they're pretty big now.
Major League Wrestling.
Major League Wrestling, yeah.
I mean, they're on TV, but they do have a bunch of indie people, so who knows?
I mean, you can't really put like a genre. I don't know why I'm saying genre, but I guess it kind of works.
Yeah.
Like of indie wrestling, and then there's like big time wrestling, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite wrestling event you attended as a fan? Was it Survivor Series, '96?
Yeah, I would say that because it was like my first big event. Like I went to a couple of house shows, but like that was like my first pay-per-view, and just like the memory of that being in MSG as a kid, and so I would say that, yeah.
Yeah. Favorite finisher? This is always a good one.
Oh god.
Well, for me, it would have to be the Rude Awakening, since that's my finisher, and that's how I beat people.
Hell yeah.
I'm more of like a Sister Abigail guy, with the mandible claw.
Yep.
You're Bray Wyatt. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you know it. Julian.
My favorite finishing move has always been the Trouble in Paradise. Kofi.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a lot of athleticism.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd
But
probably
also,
fall
good
on my
for-
head.
Always good as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So who do you enjoy working with the most in the ring? Do you have like people, certain person, opponent? Yeah, we'll talk an opponent. I probably know your tag team partner you enjoy working with the most.
You said my favorite opponent to work with?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been lucky to work with a lot of good people. I would say Chris Statler is definitely one of my favorites. Like I feel like she's so good, and getting a chance to work with her on multiple occasions was great. Trying to think. Effie is one of my favorites. I can't wait to work him again. I really like the match I had with Savannah Stone. I know I mentioned that earlier. She's one of my favorites. Love to work her again. That would be like the first couple that come to mind. Like I've been really lucky to work with a lot of good people. So.
Would you work with Leo Rush? If he
I
came
would.
back?
I like Leo.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets a good indie run once everything comes back. So.
What's your
He's a good
thoughts
dude.
on that man, Nasty Leroy?
Nasty Leroy.
Oh God. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's
Who doesn't like Leroy?
Leroy Jenkins. I had to do it.
I saw him like on Leo's live, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Well, yeah, this is uncensored for those of you who are listening.
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
uncensored. If you haven't seen all the other episodes, what are you doing with your life?
Binge watch.
Binge.
Yes.
Well, binge listen.
We have to
Binge
get
listen.
Nasty. We should get Leroy on the podcast.
Oh God, no.
You'd be like, you summoned that man on that man podcast.
That man. Anyway, we're focusing. It's Ariela's interview. We have to.
Yeah,
Oh, no, it's
we always mention. We always mention about other stuff. How do you keep yourself occupied during quarantine besides working?
Been trying to work on my cardio, especially like today. Like the weather is nice, so like right before I got on with you guys, I had went out for a nice jog, power walk. So I've been trying to do that. I've been binge watching a lot of TV and stuff. You know, it's hard, and sometimes I'll do like a Zoom call with friends, do like a little happy hour type of thing since we can't go anywhere or do anything. So that's pretty much it.
So I think I remember a few times I saw you. So have you ever worked as an extra for WWE? I'm gonna guess yes. No way, Jose
Yes.
Conga line. 2 times.
Yep, I've led the line before.
Yeah, Nassau Coliseum, 2019?
Yep, it was last year. Yeah.
I was there. I think I saw you live. I couldn't see you, but like I watched it back on the network, and I saw you. The whole Shook crew was on it too. So yeah.
Yep.
Julian, any more questions before we talk about the binge watching stuff, TV and all that fun stuff?
And all that. Any other stuff?
Yeah, any other stuff
aside from wrestling.
First, I'm gonna bring up something I bring up every podcast, and Julian knows. Do you have an opinion on the best band in all of the world, Nickelback?
I like Nickelback.
Yes!
I mean, they're not my favorite band, but I don't see why everybody hates them so much.
Yes!
Because they suck.
Excuse me, Julian. You're seeing them live this summer, hopefully. So you gotta sell that ticket, my friend.
Only so I can see Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh my god. Yeah, Julian, this is your topic, so ask opinions on bands that, you know.
Nickelback is okay. They don't deserve the hate.
No,
I'm
they don't.
admitting it.
Yep.
Go for Julian. Yeah.
I guess like for like another wrestling topic, you know, we talked about with our guests like favorite people we have ever worked with. Who is your least favorite person you've ever worked with?
Yes. Just shoot on someone.
Shoot.
Like
Least
an asshole.
favorite.
An asshole that you had to work with.
Like, I didn't know for you or anybody in the ring.
I have to think about this. I don't know.
I gotta
I
add
mean, I
that
guess
to
it's a
the
good
list.
sign that nobody popped up right away. I don't know. I haven't really personally, I've seen people in the locker room that act up, but nothing that I had to deal with personally. I don't know. I don't think I have a least favorite.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think we add that to the list from now on, Julian. Least favorite person that you worked with. Maybe make them shoot.
Or you've met. Yeah,
or you've met like a wrestler or someone in the locker room that was an asshole. How about that?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank now. I know there's definitely assholes, but I can't think of who.
Is MJF an asshole in the locker room?
No, he's okay.
What?
He's okay.
Dave Bronson says otherwise.
Bronson definitely says otherwise.
I don't know.
That guy we talked to says otherwise.
Yep.
So, like, do you have, like, a favorite meet and greet experience? Because sometimes I know you're at the table. So do you have, like, a favorite fan you like interacting with? Mittens? Joey? Any of them?
I like to slap Mittens every time I see him. No, I'm kidding. No, he's a good kid.
Yeah.
My favorite has to be my favorite Mickey because he loves me all the time. He's always like putting me over, so I'll give him a shout out for once.
Wait, do I know?
I'm just grateful for any fan that comes over just to say hi, and even if they buy merch, it's awesome. If not, they just come to like have a conversation. Always grateful for any support. So
does he go to Creative Pro, Mickey?
Yeah.
Would I know him if I saw him? Probably.
Probably. Because he's always yelling for me. So
is he the guy with the hat?
I think he wears a hat. He's the big Iconics fan.
Oh fuck! No, I'm drawing a blank. Shit, I know Mittens. I know Sweet Cheeks. Fuck.
Who?
Yeah, NY Indie CM Punk Kid on Instagram. I'm plugging right now.
Great.
Yeah. If you might know him if you came to NY Indie show, Julian. Well, we'll get you over here eventually.
I'll get over there.
Yeah. Creative Pro.
Yeah, you gotta come up to New York.
First thing, Creative Pro.
I'll hopefully meet all the people bad.
Yeah. You said you've been watching Netflix?
Yep, Netflix, Hulu. Been binge watching them all.
Well, what shows you been on for Netflix? What do you got?
The last thing I started was Money Heist. I have to finish it, but
Ooh.
it's been really good so far. That's like the most recent thing I watched on there.
Yeah, you should watch. I'm not sure if you watched Outer Banks.
No, I haven't seen that, but I heard it's good.
Yeah, definitely. I just finished it like the last night. It was so good.
Nice.
Office, The Office, of course.
Of course, yes.
And All American. That's another good one.
It's funny. I haven't watched it, but I know it's supposed to be really good. So I'm like, maybe I will give that a chance.
Yes. Julian, you were about to add something.
No, God, no.
What?
Not a fan.
I'm trying to do an office thing. All right.
Oh, yes. Office thing. Yeah.
God. I guess for me, like when it comes to Netflix, I've been watching a lot of different. I just recently finished Stranger Things.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. I've just now started watching Gotham.
Yes, that's a good
Gotham
one.
is good.
That's a good one. I watched that for the 5 years it was on.
Me being
Yeah, me too.
so.
That's it?
I also been watching Tiger King.
That big Carol Baskin.
What did what's his face call me?
He called you Carol Baskin's son.
Oh God.
Bryce Donovan.
Was it Bryce Donovan?
Yeah, it was Bryce.
Bryce Donovan. Oh yeah, because he did the FMK with all the Shook crew, and I end up killing Bobby Orlando. Because that fucking goat he has.
Oh no.
Love Bobby. Love him.
Bobby's great.
Yeah, he's fucking
Bobby's
hilarious.
Bryce is an asshole.
Nah, he's got his moments.
Not so good. But yeah, it's just like I like watching a bunch of different shows. I mean, yeah, I finished Tiger King like the first week it came out. It's like so good. I might watch CM Punk's new horror movie, The Girl on the Third Floor.
Is CM Punk in it, or is he a director?
No, he's the star.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I want to check that out just because I love Punk. So
Yeah.
God,
I'll get to
the Fender movie is on here, for God's sakes.
13 Reasons Why is another good one. But that just because
I'm ready for that final season. That's coming out soon. I'm excited for
That's
that.
like next week or... Nope, not next week. I don't even know what day
It's like
it is.
June 5th or something like that, I think. It's the first week of June sometime.
Yeah. Fuller House, too. Fuller House, the last
Yeah.
episodes are dropping.
That's the final season of that, too, yep.
Yep.
I didn't care for that show.
What? You gotta watch it.
The original Full House, I didn't care for the reboot. It just didn't have the same feeling as the original Full House.
Did you try to watch it?
Oh, I watched the whole season, and I just like, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the worst thing I ever heard, but
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I just started watching 72 Dangerous Animals as well for some reason.
That's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's like they have like for Latin America, Asia, Australia.
I'm gonna have to give
That sounds
a go.
interesting.
So what's your taste in music, Miss Ariela?
I like a mix of things, but I would say I love like hip hop, R&B, reggae would be like my tops. Pop music, but I like a little mix of. Give me some rock too.
Yeah.
Like I said, a little bit of everything, but I listen to a lot of reggae and hip hop mostly, more than anything else.
90s?
Yep.
Yes.
Bob Marley is probably one of the best artists in the world. Don't at me on that.
Oh, Bob Marley's amazing. But we're talking about hip hop.
Yeah. A legend.
Yeah. I just chill out to his music, you know? And Sublime, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You want to know like some bad reggae? Here's some bad reggae. Snoop Dogg's reggae stuff.
He's a great rapper. Don't get me wrong. Just...
Dogg is one of the greatest rappers. Reggae stuff sucks.
What's my nine?
Yeah, I wouldn't go for some Snoop Dogg or reggae.
Wasn't he Snoop Lion during that time?
I think so, yeah.
I gotta put some 90s rap on my playlist. I want to have like some Tupac, some Biggie, some NWA, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre. Just like all of them that people don't talk about anymore. What?
I saw Ice Cube live.
Wait, he was out Louder Than Life, right?
That's correct. It was so good.
Wait, why was he there? That's a better question.
Like they always have like one like
Hip-hop.
like with the festivals like that. Like they always have like one legendary artist, and like they've had Ice-T at a couple of them. And, they had DMX at last year. So
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
This was 35 minutes, this interview. It was short, but it was good. So, Julian, you want to talk about anything else, man?
I don't know. Like we could talk about like sports or stuff.
Yeah.
You forgot to mention that.
Oh, let's do it. Favorite sports? Please tell me you're a Yankees fan.
Yep, I am a Yankees fan.
Yes.
Yes.
What other sports do you like? All of them?
Yeah, I don't follow as much as I used to, but like I grew up watching basketball.
Yeah, I don't really watch basketball.
Like football too. I'm a Jets fan, and like I know it's terrible. My poor
man.
Jets. I like hockey occasionally. Like I never really grew up watching it, but I've been to a couple of games and I've had so much fun.
Hockey.
So like,
Islanders?
yeah, like if like I'm at a bar or out and like a hockey game is on, I can get into it.
Yeah.
So.
Islanders or Rangers?
Rangers.
Oh my God. Okay, I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you on the Islanders. No. The Yankees. That's where we.
Okay. Yeah, as long as we agree on the Yankees, we're good.
Yeah.
Cardinals for the win.
Oh no.
I'm supporting my home team.
I hear you. I have nothing against the Cardinals.
You may be a Jets fan, but I might be even worse. I'm a Redskins fan, so you know.
I feel your pain too.
Yeah, hey, you guys got like a good QB. You know, we do too. It just we have horrible coaches.
Yeah, just like our ex.
Yeah.
We had the Blackhawks.
Oh
God,
my God!
Remember, the XFL reboot was such a flop.
It was good for like a week or two. I watched all of it.
It was only like a month, and now it's not coming back anymore. They lost all their money, and now they're bankrupt.
I know, yeah, because of this whole quarantine thing. I'm like, that sucks for them.
Well, you watched it?
I didn't actually get to watch. Like I had planned to, and then just never went, and then it was gone so quick that I was just like, oh, too late now.
Yeah. When do you think we're getting? Go for it, Julian.
Here's the thing, man. Stop trying to do other sports aside from wrestling. It's never gonna work.
Nope.
So when do you think we're getting out of this whole quarantine thing, Ariela?
I think we still have a while. It's gonna be a couple of months, I think. Still, like I saw on the news earlier that LA just extended their stay-at-home order for 3 more months.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So, since
Bye-bye,
being in
summer.
New York City, I think we're gonna be in it for a while, and then like Florida opened up last week, and they've had triple the cases. So it's gonna be a while, unfortunately.
Damn it!
Maybe this is a sign, like something out there saying, like, we've been screwing up this earth, so I guess the earth is going to
someone
right back.
upstairs, or science. Who knows?
I guess we could. Wait, what was that one question? Like, what? I think Bobby Orlando asked us, like, what really happens after?
No, Bryce did. Bryce asked us. He did the most douchebag response ever.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
He was
Nothing
like, the eternal nothing.
Oh, but Bryce Donovan would say that, the piece of shit.
Let's do it. You know what? Philosophical questions. Let's do this.
Okay.
Julian, you wanted to ask the question. Let's do it.
What do you think happens after we? After we
check out?
I I think there's some sort of afterlife. I don't know if it's exactly what they say in the Bible and stuff, but I think there's some form of an afterlife.
Yeah, I'll agree with that too. I don't know, but I hope there's something. It doesn't have to be what the Bible says or any of the books say. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, like, didn't we have one guy that said like reincarnation?
Yeah, Muscle Man, Malcolm.
And Malcolm, yeah. He was.
I can see that being possible too. I don't know.
I'm open to anything, you know.
Yeah.
That's how
because this is not our permanent life. Like, because there is another life after we die. I don't know if that's like what the Bible says or if it's something else. Like,
hey, I'm open for whatever.
If heaven and hell is real, I would love to go to heaven.
Oh, sure.
I want to go out in the fiery pits of hell at all.
Nah. I mean, you're already in the Hounds of Hell pit crew, so you know.
Shut up.
Oh yeah. What else do you want to ask?
Remember what did Muscleman Malcolm ask us? Like these stupid, like the world's most unanswered questions.
Oh sure. Milk or cereal first?
Cereal. I don't like milk, so cereal.
That's.
I eat cereal without the milk.
I say both.
Yeah,
first.
I don't like soggy food, so give me cereal plain.
Yeah.
Especially with Captain Crunch, because if you eat, you have to really time it. If you eat the Captain Crunch too early, you will like rip apart the top of your mouth. If you eat it too late, you get a soggy mess.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a bowl first guy, not gonna lie. I mean, I guess that's the way it is, you know? Bowl, cereal, and then who knows?
Honestly, for me, if you put milk in before the cereal, you are a serial killer. That's my over.
Yeah, what else did he ask?
Remember that conversation I had? Oh, I don't even want to bring up that argument. Is water wet?
I mean,
is water wet?
let's talk about it. Like, you know, when the fishies are in the water, but when they come out, they're wet. So is it the top of the water that's wet, or is it like all of the water that is wet?
I think it's all of it. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I remember this one trend on Twitter. Like, this is when I was on Twitter.
No.
I'm not.
No! Is it the one I think it is?
No. It's like, do you with the toothbrush? Do you put toothpaste on the toothbrush and then put the water on it, or do you put the water on it first and then the toothpaste? And it was like, this was trending on Twitter, and I was like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I don't fuck with Twitter at all. Just
That's the person who has the tuck your chin Twitter.
Oh yeah, I don't really post on it though. I'm just there.
Yeah, I'm like what's that award? Like I forgot. Like it's like if you're at a science fair, I guess.
You're a judger.
No,
what?
Participation award. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it took me a while to think of that. Like, yes, you're just participating.
Yeah.
Like,
Julian, if you got anything else, go for it. If not,
I really don't have anything else. Do you have anything else, Mike?
I think I'm all good. So this is a part of the podcast where we asked our guests if they have any questions for us, wrestling related.
I got a good name for this. We could call it the Tuck Your Chin Turnover. Where the guests ask us.
Yeah, go for it. If you got anything, any wrestling related or anything else, go for it.
How do you guys know each other?
Go for it, Julian, because I never get the story right.
Yeah, you're terrible with stories. So how this whole thing happened, like, I've been on Instagram since 2014, 15. Like, it takes me a while to, like, really get friends. Like the most people that have, like, followed me is just, like, some of them were from school, you know, and some of that stuff. But, like, right as I started posting, like, more stuff about the stuff I love, which is, like, heavy metal. Like, I'm a metalhead. I love that kind of stuff. But yeah, I started getting a lot of friends through that, and I think it was like right after I saw Breaking Benjamin last year. This guy named Mike Shift, I had no idea who he was, and like we just started following. He just started following me. I was like, oh, okay, I'll follow him back. And then, and then we've been friends for like a little bit. Like, and then I didn't know he had a podcast at all. And so like he said, like, hey, I'm starting this new podcast called the Moshcast. It's our metal or rock and roll podcast. And like, would you want to be on? And I said, yeah, sure. And then we did the episode, and then I think we did like a live stream together. And the whole time he's known me, he never knew I was a wrestling fan.
Nope.
Would never post related stuff. And so, and then like we just started talking. It's like, I have a wrestling podcast that I've been doing for like since July, ?
July 2019, yes.
July 2019, yeah. And then it was like, yo, you should come on for our WrestleMania predictions. Like, we're going to have a bunch of people on, and that's how I got to meet Joey D's. I got to meet a bunch of amazing people.
Man.
And then, like, I went out to and now, now I get to do something I enjoy during this quarantine, because I was just literally just sitting in my room doing nothing, which I still do. But, this podcast is something to really, I guess do. And so, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's
awesome.
It's definitely something I recommend for anyone out there. Even like for wrestlers that are trying to keep themselves occupied. Start a podcast, get friends on, do predictions for every pay-per-view with a bunch of people. It's something fun, definitely. Anything else for us, Miss Ariela?
Nope, I was gonna ask how you guys came up with the podcast and stuff, but you answered that with how you guys met. So
that's me. So me and my friend Will, we were like the first two peeps in the podcast. We wanted to do a podcast for a while on YouTube, and we didn't find a name. So I was like, what's that one thing that wrestlers do at every move? They tuck their chin, right? So I'm like, why don't we do Tuck Your Chin podcast? And then ever since then, it's just, stuck along. It's perfect, the name.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's a cute name.
Hey, you gotta tuck your chin or you fuck up your neck or your head or wherever.
And to people that don't like our name and say they're like, our podcast is better, you should come on ours.
Yeah, not mentioning any names.
I say, you know what?
Fuck
people
you.
like what they like, and if you don't like our podcast, that's fine. We're just doing this to make us happy. It gives us some time to have fun. During this very difficult time. If you don't like us,
Fuck
off. Well.
Exactly. Julian, you want to do an outro first? Do you want to let the guests go first?
But we always usually let our guests go first.
So Ariela, you can do your own outro. You can plug whatever, plug your social media, plug whatever.
All right, well, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Ariela Nyx. Unfortunately, with the quarantine, I don't have any shows to promote right now, but hopefully this will end sooner than later, and hopefully I'll get to see everybody at shows once again soon.
Okay. Julian.
All right. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do my normal outro.
Yes, you could. Just do it.
Like my throat has been killing me all day.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm screwed up, but I'll probably be able to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Ariel, what I would usually do is I'm a metalhead, and I would usually do a metal scream, just scream and then say thank you afterwards. But unfortunately, I can't do that today. If you want to really hear it, you could go maybe watch our recent episodes, and you'll hear it. It's pretty stupid, but I guess I could say just thank you so much for listening to the Tuck Your Chin podcast. Ariela, thank you so much for joining us today. It was an honor talking to you.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure to talk with you guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And, Mike, always good talking to you, man.
Yep.
And we got some more podcasts coming up pretty soon.
Yep.
And also go follow the Tuck Your Chin on Instagram, Twitter, everything. Go follow the Moshcast on Instagram and go subscribe to our YouTube channels. Go subscribe to it, like it, share it, do everything. And also, go follow my man Joey D's. Go listen to his music. It's absolutely incredible. Also, go follow his podcast. Pretty soon, he's getting a very special guest, the one and only Leo Rush.
Hey!
Yeah, on his own podcast, so make sure you go check that out. And there's also this other account that we are trying to get it big, is the Mike Shift Spam account. If you want silly photos of Mike's face up close, that's the page for you. Otherwise, I guess there's only one thing left to do. Thank you, and good night.
Oh, that's a new one. Okay, cool. So
because I can't do the stream today.
Yeah. So thank you, all you boys, girls, and wrestling fans, and thank you for watching this amazing podcast episode. If you did like it, don't forget that like button, comment, subscribe, share this episode wherever you want to. Go follow Ariela Nyx on Instagram. I'll put her Instagram in the bio below. And there's gonna be a lot more episodes coming out soon with a lot of big guests. We're just trying to load up on episodes because we don't know when work's gonna open up again. Because when it does, less episodes are gonna be coming out. So we're just loading up while we could. And as always, guys, don't forget to tuck your chin. Peace.